Uh, Europe's transit system versus America's transit system. Just got back from a trip from Europe, and on my way back from LAX to Lancaster, I decided to take the public transit to compare it to Europe's. And just a background, I landed in London and then took a coach to Dublin, Ireland, and then I flew to Amsterdam, Netherlands, and took a coach to Hamburg, and then I took train to Copenhagen, Denmark, and then I took a train to Prague, and a train to Budapest, and then actually no, a coach to Budapest, and then a train from Budapest to Lindau, Germany, and then a train to uh, France. I went to Nancy, and then I took a train from Nancy to London. And I felt like I had a pretty well-rounded of major city transports in between, in both buses and trains. And so I was curious coming back, see how the states would compare to Europe, and it was pretty bad. First of all, British Airways coming back was an hour later, so I didn't get off until an hour after, almost an hour and a half after the ticket said it would. So everything that I had planned for my American spot to spot in terms of public transit was already backlogged, and I was kind of just crossing my fingers I'd be able to catch it in time. And then going through customs was a pain in the ass, so that even made me even more late. So I got of LAX and went to the Green Line through a shuttle. The shuttle took a minute, but it got there pretty good, and the seats weren't nearly as comfortable and nice as the European coaches, but it was more inner city shuttle than coaches, which are, across country. And then I got to the Green Line and then jumped over to that's a light rail, which was nice, went great. I really liked it. It reminded me of Britain's Underground, which I did a lot of underground travel in London. And then I had to jump on a bus, the Silver Line bus in LA to get to Union Station. And there's construction or something, so the routes weren't coming in their normal 15-minute increments. They're more like hours. And I just happened to catch one. I almost ditched it and decided just to try and catch another bus and work my way around. But nope, Silver ended up coming, jumped on it. And then I got to the Union Station, and it turned out that the trains going from LA to Lancaster stopped at about 9:30 when I thought they were going to midnight. So the one that I was originally going to get, but I wasn't able to catch because I got all my delays, uh, was no longer available. So I ended up crashing at the station. But I took the Metrolink from Union Station up to Lancaster, and everyone sleeps inside the station, but you can only sleep in there if you're an Amtrak customer. If you're a Metrolink customer, then you have to leave the station, and you can't lay down outside of the station. I had a backpacking rig from Europe, so I had a sleeping pad and a sleeping bag, and had no problem sleeping outside. But I had to actually walk away from the station and go find some secluded corner where I wouldn't get bothered by the cops just to pass out and wait for my train, which I thought was ridiculous. I had to sleep outside of a train station in Germany, and they knew what was up. It was like, yeah, I'm waiting for a train. The station's closed right now, so I'm just going to plop down here and throw my head back, and in a couple hours I'll wake up and catch my train at 6. No problems. So, oh, and then when I did catch my train and came up to Lancaster, it was slow as shit. The trains in Turkey, or not Turkey, but Hungary, they were pretty slow going into Budapest. But even those weren't as slow as the Metrolink coming up from Lancaster or coming up to Lancaster. So it was it was aggravating because it had to have been going slower than 50 miles an hour, and I might as well have just drove. And for the $10 that it cost, just for the train part of it, not even counting the light rail and the bus money, bus fare, the $10 it cost me for the train just going from the station to Lancaster was the same thing I'd pay in gas. So it's like, fuck, I don't even know why I would take it. So in conclusion, I think that America's public transit system, at least in the LA area, is horrible, horrible. Not even near as good as London was great. I did a lot of street art searching in London, and everything out there was so fast. I could jump around on the rails, and they were easy to follow maps. Everything was on time. It was beautiful. Um, Hopefully, someday we'll realize that it's quite the benefit to do that, and maybe that's how we'll get rid of all this congestion that we have in LA, because it's pretty fucking bad. But yeah, that's my